Hello Raptors and community, my name's Paul Mills from Raptoreum Core, and here we have Hunter Schultz, who is the head of production for Raptoreum, and we are back for another Raptor Chain reaction video. And today we're talking about business growth and ecosystem with our brand new invite-only Discord server.
Hallelujah. It's a big step. It really is. And it's already, we're already seeing some great elements within it. And there's some more refinements which we're going to talk about today. But Paul, why don't you, I mean, as I recall, this is your baby. You came up with this.
Well, yes,
am I wrong on this?
I think the initial idea behind it was we'd gone to Singapore and we'd been speaking to a lot of important people in the blockchain space. And a lot of these people were joining our, our main Discord, which is very busy with lots of people, and they can somewhat get lost in that sort of environment. So we decided to put focus on growth, business, and the ecosystem that we are, inviting these important people to get involved in. It would be a great idea if we had a dedicated Discord server to focus on in that regard. So the server was created last week. We've initially put some of the main topics in there, so it doesn't matter where you come from in terms of a development angle, whether it's Instagram, whether it's videos, whether it's code, or whether it's services or apps and things like that. There's something in there where you can fit right in. And one of the main rules of the server is everyone in there has to bring something to the table. You can't just sit there and expect to just view everything. It's really important that you bring something to the table and you are a skilled person in there. So again, YouTubers, Instagrammers, coders, service providers, apps, dApps, whatever, can go into there, even writers. So that's the idea behind it. We've had some considerable joiners so far, bearing in mind this is invite only. So if you do want to further the growth of the Raptoreum ecosystem and the unique way that we're deploying the network, then get in touch with us. We'll have a discussion about what you can bring to the table, and we'll invite you to the ecosystem growth team.
So who are some of the people that we can talk about within this new server, and their backgrounds?
Yes, so I'll lightly go through some of the people on the server at the moment. We have a guy called Jusu, who is skilled in developing asset marketplaces. He's deployed marketplaces on other networks. I will say he's deployed on EVM chains, but he's looking forward to working on alternate ways of blockchain.
That was the only game in town for him, right? Basically, until us. Well, what do you, I mean, yeah, to be fair,
this is how I know the guy, because I know that he's done a lot of work on, those sorts of marketplaces and liquidity sites and swap providers and things like that. So very skilled guy. Then we have Mancini, who is extremely skilled in deploying mining pools. He's also working with me on building the Talon wallet, which is a totally unique UTXO based browser extension wallet, along with the desktop app and mobile apps on iOS and Android. By the time this video goes out, you might have seen the preview of the Talon wallet that we're going to be putting out. Then we have Tree Nguyen, who is the lead developer of Raptoreum. Tree invented the Ghost Rider algorithm, which is a world famous algorithm for thwarting ASICs and FPGAs off the network and concentrating on CPU mining capabilities. He's also, deployed a lot of the Raptoreum code. So without Tree, we wouldn't be where we are right now with our assets deployment.
Stacy Wallet.
And Stacy Wallet, yes, Stacy Wallet is a good one. Stacy Wallet's in the
assets on Stacy Wallet.
I have heard yesterday from Tree Nguyen, the man himself, that we may have something next week or the week after for assets on Stacy. And I've already told him I've been so excited for it. I've been literally tapping his shoulder digitally to try and get this done and push through, because assets on Stacy is going to be game changing, especially in a social environment such as the Discords. And Stacy's on many Discords, so being able to transact assets, send and receive to all the different community members is awesome. And the fact that community members can create the assets and send them to the Stacy wallet to send them to all their friends and things like that is awesome stuff. So
it might be a good idea to describe what Stacy wallet is, because I have a question regarding that for you.
Okay.
So why don't you describe it first, and then I'm going to ask.
What sort of question?
It's not that difficult. I'm just wondering, you just mentioned it, that it's on many different Discord servers. But the question is, can it go onto other non-RTM related servers?
Okay.
A gaming server, whatever.
Okay, so Stacy Wallet is a wallet coded from the ground up by Tree Nguyen. It was primarily started on the Raptoreum Discord server. The reason why it's game changing is because, opposed to other wallets out there, it actually generates your private keys for you, so you actually own properly the coins that are on there. It's not like hosted coins for you. You have the full responsibility of your own coins, and you can actually input that private key into your core wallet and use the wallet that way as well if you require. The really cool thing with Stacy Wallet is the fact that in the chats you can send anybody Raptoreum coins or any other coin that's compatible with Stacy Wallet. I think there's like Bitcoin, Litecoin, Osmium, many coins. But yeah, it initially started as Raptoreum. And in an environment where there's a lot of community members, there are different ways that you can send the community members the coins. So one of those is they have to input a phrase into a thread that the Stacy wallet would generate, and if the phrase is correct, then they would receive a share of what of how many coins the person wrote in the chat when they interacted with Stacy wallet. Or you can do the same again but slightly different, whereas it would generate a 2FA image where the community had to input the characters on a 2FA image. This is good for stopping bots because bots are mostly unlikely able to input a 2FA image into a chat. Another one as well is just to you could send coins to all, and that is all that are active. So if I send 100, then that would mean 100 coins to 100 people that are active. If there's only 30 active, then it will just go to 30. So that's another cool thing. And another cool thing is the fact that you can actually rain to a role. So I could rain 100 coins to anyone that's boosting the server. So it would be rewarding for people who boost the server, or I could rain to anyone that's in a part of the community, such as YouTubers or Instagrammers and things like that. So Stacy Wallet is a really powerful tool, and Tree Newen has done an excellent job with that. So we're really excited for assets to be released on Stacy, because it's a totally different ball game.
That helps a lot. That helps a lot. I'm just wondering if he's considered renting Stacy Wallet to other servers, and they have to pay an RTM.
He hasn't. I mean, Stacy Wallet is just a service. He doesn't generate anything from it. It's a service for people to use. If you do require the Stacy Wallet on your server, you can add it onto there. But if you are a different coin than Raptoreum or Osmium or any of the other coins that are on there, you need to request through Tree Newen to see if he will add it on there for you. I don't know what his terms are for adding the coin on there, but I know that he's done that for a few different projects in the past, and that's working in their servers. So it's entirely possible to add it to other projects, as long as your project's not a scam.
Yeah, and we can spot those pretty quick.
Yeah.
And boy, do we. So what about the people who, I'll call them the extended ecosystem development community?
Then we have Wiz. Now, Wiz is big on AI imagery. He's coded a couple of bots in the Raptoreum main chat that you can use if you are in something called the Realm of the Gigatoshis, which is a community role that you can gain from participating in the trivia nights on a Monday and Thursday. But these bots are really powerful in generating excellent high quality AI imagery for any purpose. Now, Wiz is currently in this ecosystem team because I think it's a powerful thing when Wiz is able to pair up AI and the assets ecosystem in a community setting. So there's a lot of potential there for Wiz. And we also have Zlata, who's done a lot of the artwork on the Raptoreum project. She done a lot of the branding for assets and various things like that, and she's in there as well. Obviously a very useful person, and really I thought you were waving then.
No.
Then we have Zlata, who's done a lot of work for the Raptoreum project. She's a designer, and she's done a lot of the branding for the assets ecosystem and various other aspects of the project over the years. Excellent person, and very much a great addition to the ecosystem team. We have the
Very
core
talented.
team. Yeah, very talented. She's actually done a lot of NFTs and things as well in the past, not just for Raptoreum, but for a lot of different projects. Obviously, we've got the Raptoreum core team there. We have Charlie, David, and myself. We've talked a lot about what they're skilled in, but I'll touch on it now. Charlie's big on networking and back-end systems. He's done that for around 20-25 years, something like that. David's got great knowledge of blockchain and what can be done and what can't be done. Myself, I just do a bit of everything really. Then we've got Delgon. Delgon runs the biggest cryptocurrency mining pool that currently mines the Raptoreum coins. That is Flockpool. Delgon also coded the CPU miner, which is the miner that interacts with the Ghost Rider algorithm to mine the Raptoreum coins. So a very skilled guy. We have HNS, who is in there right here. HNS is excellent at planning and thinking about how things can be done on the project. He's an excellent video producer. He's got excellent and a plethora of contacts from his various
lives.
various lives over the years. and
Right, yeah, yeah.
is definitely worth his weight in gold for the Raptoreum project, and obviously the ecosystem
Thank you.
team as well. Then we've got Legion, who is the breaker of chains, as he brands himself to be, and he can find holes in pretty much anything code-wise. So a good guy to have on there. We have JJRR, who is another mining pool operator, very useful, really nice guy, and always open to build. We have Kenny, who's really big on social media. He's working for a few projects at the moment, including Osmium, and he's just started helping us out at Raptoreum. So, you know, excellent addition. We have Loco Bits, who's big on NFTs. He's done a couple of packs so far for the Raptoreum community. He's been sending those out the last couple of weeks. Really nice art, and you know, he doesn't want anything for it. He just wants to further the ecosystem. And so when paired with Stacy Wallet with assets, Loco Bits is going to be in his element, I assume. Pepe's been awesome, connecting dots on social media areas and giving us some advice on what we should do on various things. And he's always participating in a lot of stuff, so he's sort of the gateway between the ecosystem team and the overall community. He's been with us for a very long time now, and he's got the full knowledge of all the projects. We've got Alucard, who is big on mining. He's also done a lot of work for us in terms of like Wikipedia and other advice on different ways that we should progress the project. We've got Balinox, who's currently working on the game development. He's part of that team over there, who's working with Charlie on getting Winterborn out, and that includes the lore, the characters, and all that sort of thing. We have CryptoSmith. We've talked about CryptoSmith a lot. CryptoSmith is the guy that brings the old into the new. And when I say that, he's a metalsmith, and he uses the original techniques to actually make blades, swords, or anything like that. And all these items are digitally scanned, or laser scanned, sorry, into a digital format, which are connected to assets, which then can be connected into the game that we've just talked about. Cool things like that. Yeah. Then we've got Dirty Miner, who is one of our main moderators at the main Discord.
Just Miner. Just for the record.
Oh, let's start that again.
Not OR. No. I'm just that's you can keep it in. I think it's kind of funny.
All right. Well, so, if you're keeping that in, then keep all this in as well.
Just keep it all in.
Just
it's going to go in the blooper reel anyway.
Okay.
It's us having fun. Two idiots having fun on blockchain, eh? We sniff blockchain, so you don't have to. So go on.
Dirty Miner is very skilled in mining, and you know, is a really down-to-earth guy. He's also really skilled in quantum computing. Very intelligent guy. He's also published a couple of papers out already on quantum computing. Edwin Antonez, if you want to Google his actual name. Maybe I should have just said his real name to start with instead of his prefix, but there you go. Falcon's an awesome guy in the ecosystem team. He's constantly helping out with the trivia nights. He's really down-to-earth guy. A lot of respect for him. He's constantly supportive of the project, and he's always giving advice on certain things as well, so an excellent addition to that. Jamie is actually a rocket scientist. He's one of the main developers at Raptoreum. He's helped launch some of the SpaceX missions and things like that, amongst other things to do with that. So very talented guy. He's also he also works on launch software for rockets as well. So, you know, launch software.
A rocket scientist.
Rocket scientist, whatever.
He's the resident rocket scientist.
Yeah, just
and a good guy.
He's such a nice guy.
Good guy.
Yeah. Then we got Nando, Nando, again, another developer at the Raptoreum project. He's very intelligent. He's actually a farmer. Likes driving around in his tractor. He's yeah,
Why not?
he's got a very chill life, but he's
Yeah.
also an excellent coder, and yeah,
Yeah.
he's a brilliant guy. Who else have we got? We've got Quintella. He's up from by you, isn't he?
He is in Panama. He's up in Cologne, which
Yeah,
is on the Caribbean side. We've met with him.
and
A friend and I went up to meet with him, and he's very knowledgeable. He has a lot of Raptorium, and he is very knowledgeable. He's a good educator. He's a very good educator. So yeah, and a great guy.
then we have
Well, there's
Rabid.
Rabbit.
Rabid.
Yeah, yeah.
This is not Rabid Mining. This is another Rabid that I know. This is a guy that can code exchanges. So, he's recently coded an exchange. It's in its early days at the moment, but obviously the guy's very skilled and he's interested on, pushing Raptorium and working with us. So, great addition. Then we have Tebow. We call him Teabag, but his prefix is Tebow. Um, he runs a lottery, which is every week on a Saturday, and that's you send your Raptorium, which generates numbers on his platform. Then the wheel gets spun, and then whoever wins that gets all the Raptorium from the pot. I don't think he makes anything from it, but he's just he enjoys
Supporting.
supporting the project. We have the Baguette Nibbler, also known as Fabrice Crew, who is the head of French marketing. He's also got a lot of links to many people in the blockchain space. He's also run a crypto school as well in France. Although he has recently moved to Spain. This is the guy who could only eat 4.6 centimeters of a French baguette in 2 minutes. So that's why he's called the Baguette Nibbler.
The Nibbler.
We
Yep.
have Mike.
But he's so wise. He is so wise on so many things. He had a great explanation about an egg production company. Oh, God, just amazing stuff that he comes up with. But anyway,
Yeah. Then we
over to
have
you.
Mike from iNodes. Mike produced the first shared node service for Raptoreum smart nodes. It's currently the biggest one on the market at the moment. And if you want to go and check that out, that's inodes.com. That's with a Z.
To the Z. The
With
Z.
a Z.
Yeah.
Mike's an awesome guy. He's helped write a lot of the original papers for Raptoreum, and he's always open-minded and never gets too emotional about anything. So excellent guy. We have X-Ray, who, what does X-Ray do? I can't remember. Oh yeah, that's it. He made a Norwegian Wikipedia page. He was the first one to.
That's embarrassing. I didn't remember that. But that was so important. He's his talent there. And you might want to talk about that just for a minute, how we've trying to overcome that English version.
Yeah, so
I mean,
Wikipedia is an extremely difficult place for any cryptocurrency to have a page on there, due to there's many different editors on there with different views on things, and it's literally an open competition for hosting a page, because like I say, everyone's got different views on things. Some people think cryptocurrency is a scam, whereas some other people think it's beneficial to the world. So obviously Bitcoin's on there, Ethereum, but and a few other currencies as well. But in the grand scheme of things, there's not actually that many cryptocurrencies on there. The majority of the time they get taken down. So what X-Ray, we Alucard and Fosgen from our Raptoreum server, we're working hard on trying to get an English one up. last year, but it kept getting taken down. So what Alikar did was create one in Norwegian language, and so far, to my understanding, that's still up, which gave us the idea that that we should create many Wikipedia pages in languages other than English, for the simple reason that there's less moderation on these other languages, and less, extreme views on the different people that are editing or moderating it. So if we can get enough of the other languages up, then push forward with an English one, and we can mention on the English one about the fact that we've got all of these others up already, and they've been up for a long time, then that's more likely going to be the case that the English one is going to stay there. So that's the plan, and that's what we're doing. So I've got to put a big thanks out there to X-Ray for doing that for us, and helping us get to this stage in terms of Wikipedia. A couple more. We've got Jamardis. Jamardis is from Germany. There's a bit of a clue in his name. Jamardis is a really skilled guy in terms of automations and bots. He's created the news channel on the Telegram. He's created Raptoreum, which is something that can track wallets and can track smart nodes. A smart node is something that helps process transactions on the Raptoreum network and secure the network as well. When transaction decoupling comes out, they will also help in processing the side chains across the network. So Raptoreum is something that can track all of that and really help people who are involved in the network see what's going on, and if they need to service something or something like that. He's also working on translations right now on our papers into German and other parts of the project as well. So he's really helping us out with all of that. And then we have moderators. We got Fostian, who's a good friend of mine, awesome guy. He's a moderator on the main Discord, and now he's also a moderator on the ecosystem team, and very intelligent guy, and also runs a lot of automations of his own. Then we had Fudweiser, who's from Canada, really down-to-earth guy, serious about the growth of the Raptoreum project. So far we've got a good amount of skill set there between all the people that I've mentioned, a lot of development power, design power, and a lot of forward thinkers as well, which can help drive the assets ecosystem as we roll into Talon and beyond, and connecting those dots with the pieces of the puzzle that are currently missing.
Yeah, there's the ecosystem is the key, and the building blocks, which took a long time to do for a lot of different reasons. COVID hit, and we know that. But you've got foundation of an awesome ecosystem, one that a big business can rely on, and one that a small business will be able to use fairly easily, if not very easily. So you've got, it's a tremendous story to tell. But the critical element here is we know this ecosystem is going to be growing, and we want to support those who want to be a part of it. And we already have assembled a great eco development team within this server. And it's just up to people to come in and say, hey, I'm interested in doing this. What do I need? What do I need to know? Where do I get started? What do I need to know? And boy, the brain trust is very, very outstanding. It's just outstanding. You're waiting for me?
Waiting for me to say something.
You're waiting for me. You're waiting for me to say it, or are you done?
I think we need to tell people. Leave this in, by the way.
We are, yeah, sure.
We need to tell people how they can contact us to come and join the ecosystem team if they wish
That
to
would be a
build
good
with us.
idea. Yeah, that would be a really good idea. What do you suggest? Just
So
two idiots talking blockchain. Thank you.
So there's a couple of ways you can do it. You can, there's an email that they contact us on, isn't there? There's
There's info.
info@raptoreum.com.
Yeah.
You can also contact me at Binarai, that's BINARAI, at raptoreum.com. Also, send me a DM on the Discord if you like. Also, send me a DM on Telegram, that's at Binarai1. If you need the spelling, I've just said it before this. Yeah, and you can contact Hunter as well. It's not all binary. That is
HNS at Raptoreum.com.
That's the one, or any of the other admins that are on the Discord. Contact them. They'll point you in either mine or Hunter's direction. If you can explain to us what your skills are, what you aim to bring to the table in terms of Raptoreum, we can invite you to the private server where it's a safe place for you to discuss and build as the project releases new ecosystem features, so you can get that leg up that you desire to further yourself, further your project, and grow with the network. I think it's a good opportunity for people to get in on it at this stage, because there's a lot of asset networks out there right now that are, so busy and fully convoluted with all sorts of things going on. And sometimes you can get a little bit lost in it all and not feel like something that you're doing is meaningful. Whereas at this stage we are really at the start, where we're beginning to let the ecosystem shine, and because of that, if you get in now, then it's a lot more chance where the projects that you will build will be able to shine. And I think that's a really important thing.
What we're really looking for are actualizers, people who are going to do it, and also creators. Because I know for a couple of upcoming Raptor Chain Reaction episodes, we're working with an Instagrammer now, and that's going to be a really good one. And there's even some brainstorming going on how to build a following until you can get to the fact where you can get subscriptions on Instagram, and doing it in a creative way that maybe is a game changer. It seems like a game changer right now. We'll see. So if you are a very talented YouTuber, TikToker, we have a couple slots open for that we're going to look at what you do. It doesn't necessarily mean how many followers you have. You should have a decent following, but you don't need 100,000. Might only be 35, 40. But if we see the talent there, that's something that we can work with you. So there's a specific channel for social media called YouTubers at the moment. I think we should probably change that. But anyway, it's called YouTubers at the moment. We're willing to work with you. We love to see talent, and we have some other people that are working on, and we should probably mention that we have some very highly talented people working outside of the server, the ecosystem server. MJ is one with AI, and who's also has extensive podcast video work. He's one that I would send a YouTuber or a TikToker to, and because he uses them himself. And
why isn't he on the server? Sure, I've invited him.
I don't know.
MJ, if you're watching, you got to get on the server.
Where are you? Yeah, where are you? But yeah, I mean, he's a good example of the talent from the creative side that we'll evaluate and say, yeah, we see this in you. We saw something in the Instagrammer, the documentarist, which is a hint. This is a hint of what's coming up, especially next week. We've got a good one coming up.
Yeah.
And And there you are.
And there we are. Big thank you
Over
to you all for tuning in for this week's episode of Raptor Chain Reaction. It has been an absolute pleasure to deliver this episode to you all from me, Paul Mills, and Hunter Schultz. We will be back next week for another Raptor Chain Reaction video. Do not miss it. Make sure you subscribe at the bottom. Click the little bell to be kept up to date with any more videos. Give this video a like if you liked it. If you didn't like it, don't give it a like. Leave us a
Write
comment.
us an angry letter.
Yes, write us a language. Leave us a comment at the bottom if you've got any suggestions for us, things that we should talk about, or just anything at all. Let us know. Don't forget also, every Sunday we do a weekly update or a Raptoreum AMA, so make sure you tune in for those. We do $1 billion ideas videos as well, when we hear about an idea that's, you know, substantial, that's good, and we want to talk about it. We do those as well. We've done a few so far, so have a look on the videos section on this channel and check those out too. And yeah, we will have a Crypto Smith stream on Sunday, so don't miss that. That's after the weekly update. And other than that, thanks for tuning in again once more, and we will see you next time. Cheers. Bye bye.
See you.